All right, hello everyone. Welcome to our presentation of the Faculty Student Success Dashboard. My name is Joe Luzzi. I'm the Assistant Vice President for IT, Enterprise Applications, and I am taking on the Project Manager role for our project.
Hi, my name is Afsana Hamadani. I'm the project coordinator and my title is Director of IT at Cal State Fullerton. Now, we would like to show you a Faculty Student Success Dashboard video.
At Cal State Fullerton, we're committed to the success of our diverse student population. As part of that commitment, the Faculty Student Success Dashboard was developed to empower faculty to proactively engage with their students in ways that promote student success across a variety of indicators.
Hi, my name is Joe Luzzi. I'm the Assistant Vice President for IT, Enterprise Applications. Currently, faculty at Cal State Fullerton are unable to easily access individual academic performance, progress, and success data of their students. That makes it challenging for faculty to take concrete proactive actions for student success. To remedy this challenge, in multiple collaboration with campus partners, the Division of Information Technology created the Faculty Student Success Dashboard, which is the first in its kind in the CSU system. The dashboard increases awareness of the role faculty play in student success, and it empowers them to proactively engage with their students in ways that promote student success across a variety of indicators.
There is a wealth of information available through the dashboard, including information on underrepresentation, on gender, ethnicity, financial needs, parents, education, etc.
You'll be able to see how successful the students were in your own courses that you taught, and you can see trends over historical terms, how successful they were.
I feel like I've gotten more insight into the students as a group, and that's helped me to tailor my approach to the class.
Having all this information will not only make our job so much easier, but I know that it's going to allow me to serve my students in a way that is so much more thoughtful.
I'm confident that every faculty will find creative ways to use this data to improve their teaching.
Visit fdc.fullerton.edu to register for a training and play a bigger role in your student success.
So let me give you a little bit of background on the Faculty Student Success Dashboard. So we wanted to create we had a dashboard that we call the Student Success Board, which we developed a number of years ago, and it was designed to show the campus graduation rates and also provide actionable data to our advising teams. So we had census reports that would show graduation rates from our institutional research department, but we wanted something that was more timely, something that would show the data on a daily basis. So we have this dashboard that's updated every night and shows the current grad rates across departments, across a variety of indicators like ethnicity, parent education level, and it has actionable data so that the advising teams can actually drill down into this data and get detailed information about the students. And the hope is that by having access to this information, they could help with closing like opportunity gaps, and helping improve our graduation rates by finding students that may have stopped out, etc. So we wanted faculty to have access to a similar dashboard, but structured just around the data that's tied to their students, so only the students that they teach in their class. And so we put together a proposal and submitted it to the College Futures Foundation, and they approved our grant, and we started work on the Faculty Student Success Dashboard. So some of the things that the dashboard provides. So again, the idea was to empower faculty. We wanted to show faculty the contribution to student success. So the best way to do that was to take the similar data that we were populating on our student success dashboard and tailoring it just to the faculty. So the data that we have for the Faculty Student Success Dashboard are only those students that they have taught in their classes, or that they have in the upcoming term, the students that have enrolled for their classes for the upcoming term. So those are the students that we focused in on. So now they have insight into those students that they've taught, that they've had interaction with. And so the hope is that this will empower them, knowing different information about their students across a variety of success indicators that is similar to what we offer to the advising teams. Information about ethnicity, the parent education level, how many units they've completed, whether they've graduated. So we're actually showing graduation rates amongst those students that have in their classes, so they can get an idea of, how many students have graduated that have been in their classes. And we have averages that show across the department and across the university, so they can get a perspective. We wanted to also increase awareness. When the faculty look at this dashboard, they not only see a historical perspective of their students, but they also see students that have enrolled in the upcoming term. So they have information about the students that they'll be teaching. And hopefully that's something that can help them when they're advising students or during office hours, etc. Next slide. Demo. All right, let's get into the demo. So I will continue to show my screen. Okay, so this is the Faculty Student Success Dashboard. And so we have four main tabs, and we have a tab called the Graded Class List, which was an existing dashboard that we added to the Faculty Student Success Dashboard collection, so that we would have kind of a one-stop for the faculty to collect this information. We wanted this to be a resource to the faculty. We also added another goodie in here for their SOQs, for the student opinion questionnaires, which I'll show you in a minute. So, but for the first tab, the My Overview tab, we're showing all of the students. So we're giving them a head count that have been in their classes, and we're showing it across their semesters, that they can choose the different semesters that they've taught, and across the courses in those semesters, so they can tailor it just to look at specific courses or to all the courses for a term. So they get a head count, they get a count on total FTEs, and an average GPA. And then they can get a breakdown in the graphs. They can see the student head counts across those courses. They can see the FTEs, and they can also see the GPA averages across those courses. And then down below, we have a breakdown of those grades, A, B, C, on the graph for them. The second tab is called My Courses. And this one gives them a little more insight into how the class or how their students are performing across other sections of the course. And we have a 2-year average showing how students are performing in this Marketing 350 class, and also across upper division courses in the marketing department. So they get perspective on how their students are performing with their class, which is in the middle. And then we also show them repeat students, so students that are repeating the class. So they get a count of that. And again, they get the same 2-year average, and then how that compares with upper division students. And then we have a breakdown of this through the grades that were assigned for those students. Now, the My Student tab is more or less very similar to what we delivered in the Student Success Dashboard to our leadership and to the advising teams. But again, we're only showing data that the students have been in their class, so that the faculty see data about their students. So again, they have filters at the top of the dashboard. They can filter on specific terms and the courses in those terms. They also have access to the data based on the major, their latest major, maybe if they change their major. So they have a total head count. They can see how many students have graduated. They can see how many students are still working on their degree, enrolled but not graduated. And then they can see students who have not graduated and not enrolled. So those students are typically the ones that have stopped out. So they have a graph now showing these color-coded by graduated, enrolled, not graduated, not enrolled. And then we also have a historical perspective as it shows the university average for and then we show an average across the marketing department. And then down below, we have detailed data about each student. So all the students that have been in their classes or that are upcoming in the current term, if they were to include that in their filtering. They'll see information that they have about ethnicity, about the major that they're in, first-gen students, underrepresented, a variety of information that faculty didn't have access to in the past, except by request. Now they have access to it at their fingertips. And they have other data too about the units earned, about their status, whether they're active or on probation, and then the cohort type, which is the color coding we had above on the graph, showing whether they're graduated, not graduated. And they can, they can filter this graph. They can maybe focus in on those students that haven't graduated if they want to see if they can reach out to them. Maybe it's a student they worked with in the past. They also have the ability to download this data so they can export it to a file or to an Excel or other format. And then they can do further research. The other tab we have is called My Opportunity Gap. And this one shows averages across their courses. Again, they have the filters at the top. And they can also then look at it through a series of indicators, parent education level. They can see averages break down across the courses based on that, or through ethnicity. They want to see the breakdown of the students in their class based on ethnicity. So they have that, and then we have the university average GPA across. So they get a perspective of how those students are performing based on these indicators. And then the graded class list is what faculty already had access to, but we included in the faculty student success dashboard. And it basically shows the grade breakdown for each of their courses for the term. And there's a drill down so that the faculty can actually download a report, which they typically use for their review process. The other thing I wanted to show you was we added a new feature called the SOQ, which is the Student Opinion Questionnaire. And that provides the faculty access to the survey that's taken at the end of the class. So they get perspective on the student feedback. And so if they click on this link, it'll open into our imaging system, and they'll get the list of all of those SOQ files, and they can open them, the whole package of them for review. And they also have the ability to search and filter on these various terms and download other data pertaining to the SOQ. So this is a nice feature for the faculty. One thing I just want to go back to before I end the demo, on the details of the student down here in the grid on the My Students, if you notice, these are hyperlinks. If I click on one of these hyperlinks, it opens up into TitanNet, which is our EAB platform, which a lot of the CSUs are using, but it takes the faculty right to the student's profile page. So now they have access to their overview, so they can see their GPA and other information about repeat classes, DFW rates. They can look at the history, so they can view the notes that have been taken, maybe by other advising teams on campus, so they get a perspective on the student. And then they have access to adding a note to the student record and messaging a student. They can send a note to the student. So hopefully that's a good overview of what we're providing in the Student Success Dashboard.
We created a task force team with campus partners, including institutional research, faculty support services within academic affairs, Mihailo College of Business and Economics, College of Communication, and also College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. We demonstrated the dashboard to the task force team in 2 occasions, garnered their feedback, and implemented the improvements to the dashboard. In January 2020, we presented the improved dashboard to the 28 faculty in the marketing department in the beginning of the semester. We received 6 volunteers as part of our pilot faculty. We granted access to the pilot faculty and provided several channels of support, including email, one-on-one meetings, Zoom meetings, even before we started working from home. And by offering evenings and lunch hour support, we made sure to accommodate and support pilot faculty outside their class schedules. To engage faculty more, we arranged open labs during lunch hours, alternating between Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which was one of our best ideas to gather pilot faculty's feedback. There were several lessons we learned about pilot faculty engagement. One of them was that in the beginning of the semester, it was very tough for the pilot faculty to engage with the dashboard. But Open Labs was a great remedy to engage and gather their feedback. Another thing was that we received feedback from pilot faculty. When we received those feedback and we implemented them, we communicated them back to the pilot faculty, and that created more engagement from their side. As pilot faculty were getting more familiar with the dashboard and realizing its value in action, they became more engaged with the project. It encouraged them to participate, creating the promotional video, which you saw in the beginning of the presentation. In addition, they also provided us with some marketing ideas for campus launch. We also learned that faculty wanted to know their leadership expectations with the launch of the dashboard. They embraced the value that the dashboard presented, but we realized that we have to mitigate feelings of trepidation. We want to make sure that faculty understand that the use of data from the dashboard is up to them, and it's not replacing any existing policies such as department policies, collective bargaining agreements, university policy statement in specific UPS 210, or academic senate. We are planning to present faculty dashboard to the deans, chairs, academic affairs, and also student affairs. In addition, as we go on and learn more about faculty questions and their usage of the dashboard, we will develop a best practices as well as a FAQ document. We also believe that the virtual teaching because of COVID-19 has positively impacted the pilot faculty. Working from home perhaps has provided more time to pilot faculty looking into the dashboard in lack of a face-to-face interaction with their student. The campus launch will be in fall 2020, and summer workshops will be offered through our Faculty Development Center. And it will be taught with some of the pilot faculty and a few other faculty who have shown interest.
All right, so for phase two, we have more to come that we're planning for enhancements in the dashboard based on the feedback we got from the pilot faculty and also some ideas that we've come up with. And we are planning to send another proposal to our College Futures Foundation team and try to get additional funding to help pay for our second phase. So we're hopeful that we will be granted the additional resources from CSUF. But some of the things we're planning, and I showed you this first one in the demo, was for TitanNet. And TitanNet is our EAB system. So we wanted to have faculty get access into TitanNet, and we currently don't have access for faculty. It's mostly the advising teams. But we thought the dashboard is a perfect launch to include them in the use of EAB. So now they can get access to the notes, they can get access to messaging of students, they can even add notes on students, which could be helpful for the advising teams when they're advising the students, and vice versa, the faculty can see the notes on the students. We also want to look at including data from the LMS. So we actually have a dashboard called Titanium Engagement, which is our LMS system, and it shows how the students have interacted with the LMS. How many times they've logged in, how many clicks they've done in the dashboard, and we kind of compile that and provide a report not only to the students so they can see their interaction in the class, but also to their faculty. And so the hope is to take some of the data from our LMS and include it in a dashboard that would represent their current students, because that was some of the feedback we got from the faculty, was they were very interested in actually knowing about the makeup of their class that's coming up for the upcoming term. And so that gave us the idea to create this new tab, and hopefully the faculty will then have access to not only these new information about ethnicity, parent education level, and they'll have information that will change over the semester from their Canvas system. We are implementing Canvas starting, actually we just started in the summer, and we'll be rolling it out and finally cutting over from our Moodle system next summer. In addition, we'd also like to include a chatbot. So we have a chatbot called iTuffy. We have a mobile app. We have a website where they can ask questions. And so I didn't really cover it in the demo, but we have a data definitions tab. And basically that was to cover some of the terminology used on the dash. And hopefully if they had questions, they could just go to that tab. But now what we're thinking is to expand that into more of an interactive chatbot where they can just type in questions and get responses from our chatbot. And then we have the idea that since we are a campus that is hosting other sister CSUs, data warehouses, we host about 4 other schools on our current Oracle OBIE data warehouse platform, and we're all using the same platform. It would be very easy for us to share the reports, the dashboard reports for the faculty student success dashboards with our sister campuses. And then also looking to maybe sharing with other universities outside the CSU system. And so in closing, I just want to thank everyone for listening to our presentation. We hope you found it insightful. And if you do have any questions, or if there's clarity or other, if you would like to learn more about it, please feel free to email us. Here's our contact information. If Sana and I would be very happy to reach out and discuss this more with you. So thank you very much.